Hello children, nice to see you all again today and welcome to Collective Worship. I'm going to start by sharing my screen and saying, as we're getting started, this is the day that the Lord has made. And let us all rejoice and be glad in it. Now today's Collective Worship is all about, as you can see, a very special saint called St. David. And some of you might be thinking, well, what is a saint? Well, a saint is a person who is believed to be especially close to God. And I'm going to share some clues so that we understand more about St. David. So, the first letter of his name begins with a D. And this patron saint comes from a country whose flag is a red dragon on green and white. And this patron saint comes from a country whose capital city is Cardiff, which is in Wales. And on this patron saint's day, which is the 1st of March, many people choose to wear a daffodil. And all these clues link to St. David, who is the patron saint of Wales. Now, a patron saint is someone regarded as the special protector of a country or a place, or perhaps a type of profession or activity. Each of the 4 countries that make up the UK and Ireland have a patron saint, and each of them have their own special saint's day. So today, the 1st of March, is St. David's Day. Now, David lived a very long time ago, right the way back in the 6th century. Now, there's lots of stories about St. David, and one of the well-known stories is actually about his teacher called Paulinus. And I'd like to try and share a story with you. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen and share, hopefully, the story that I'd like you to watch. Sorry, children, I'm just trying to find it. I think we've got it now. Do apologise.
So that I may continue to serve you.
So children, we found out some very interesting facts there about David, and I wonder whether you can think about some of the qualities that made him worthy of actually being a saint. Have a quiet think to yourself, just while Mrs. Robertson finds the screen share again. Sorry, children, I'm just going to find the right one where we were. For some reason, my screen doesn't want to share with you. So just bear with me while I try and sort it out. This is what happens with technology. There we go. So we're back where we were and got some other facts to think about, having watched that clip and also finding out a little bit more about David. So whereabouts is Wales? So there you can see a map of the United Kingdom, and there, looking at the pink arrow, you can see where Wales is. And if we go one step further, we can actually see where St David's is, which is the smallest city in Wales, and that is where St David is actually named. And if we look even further, we know about the fact now that he really did exist. So it is truthful about what we've heard today. We know that he was at the heart of the Welsh Christian church in the 6th century. He came from an extremely high up family who was well known. His mother was a saint, Saint Non, and his teacher, as we've already found out about. And I was calling him Saint Paulinus, but it's Pau, isn't it? Paulinus. It was interesting listening to the correct sounding of that name. And he actually founded a large monastery in West Wales. Now, we also heard that that monastery still exists and is there very close to St. David's Cathedral. And as you can see, in the 18th century, St. David's Day actually became a national festival amongst all the Welsh. And St. David's Day is now celebrated by Welsh people all over the world. And we like to support the celebration of it as well. So you will see many people today wearing a tribute to St. David, which could be, as we said right at the beginning, a small little daffodil. Now, we've heard a lot about what St. David did in terms of serving God, helping others, making changes for the better for people. Let's have a little think ourselves. What could we do to make a change for the better? Maybe we could try not to waste so much food. Could we recycle a bit more? Could we help clear up even though it may not be our turn? Could we eat a bit more healthily? That would fit in really well with our jigsaw theme this half term about making healthy choices. Maybe we could listen to people a bit more. Sometimes we get a bit fed up if we have to listen too much, but it's polite to listen. Maybe you could do something nice for someone you know. Have a quiet think to yourself and think, what could you do yourself to make a change for the better? Now we're going to finish our collective worship today with a prayer and a tribute to St. David on this special day. So some of you might like to put your hands together or just close your eyes or just listen. Dear God, thank you for the life of St. David. Thank you for giving him such courage and wisdom. Help us to remember all the remarkable things he did in his life and help us all to do the little things, all the little things that make a big difference. Amen. Now, thank you for listening today, and I hope you all have a really good St. David's Day, and I shall look forward to seeing you all very soon. Thank you for listening, children. Bye for now.